Okay, so tonight we're doing something a little bit different from our WAM call, and it really originated from yesterday. I was putting together some thoughts on ending the month strong and how do we do it, and I had this like program of $1,000 in 7 days, and what are the tips and tricks of how to do it and how to make it happen. And as I was looking at it, I just didn't feel great about it, and so I reached out to who other than Amy, because Amy obviously knows how to not only end a month strong, but be strong the entire month. And if there is anybody in the organization who knows about sales, it's the company's leader in sales, Amy. So Amy was super kind enough. I was like, hey, this is where my head's at. And we worked through it. And Amy offered to lead the call tonight, you guys. And I'm like, yes, please, 100 times over. So that's kind of where it originated from. So Amy tonight is going to teach us 10 ways to generate sales and specifically how to sell $500 in 7 days. So Amy has extensive experience. And I think she's obviously going to be able to share how she does it and what 10 takeaways that you can implement into your business. Get your notebooks ready. The one thing that I see, at least from the outside, and I don't know how Amy does it, but what I do know is that she's super consistent, and truthfully, Amy is one of the most generous people that I've ever met in my entire life. And so the fact that she's here to share this with us, I think means we should all be ready to start taking notes, to start asking questions, to start taking maybe 3 out of the 10 things from tonight and implementing it in our business. But without further ado, it's 8:04, and I don't want to take away from the real like meat and potatoes of this call. So Amy's a double Zaya. She is on the product advisory board. She is sharing content left and right. I spoke with Natalie Robeson the other day, and we're kind of keeping track of our together. And she's like, I just had this incredible party, and like I have so much energy on parties again. I'm like, well, what'd you do? She's like, well, Amy's burst party. She's like, I have it in the guide and Zaya Life, and my team is using it. But point being, you guys were in really great hands, and the fact that Amy to share this, I think, is absolute gold. And probably one of the reasons that Amy is so successful is because she leads with a generous heart. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to let Amy take the floor. But Amy, thank you so much for doing this.
I'm so welcome.
So excited.
Yeah. Thank you for all of those nice things, Leah. I think I said it to you yesterday, like who am I hurting, or who am I helping if I keep all of this to myself, right? And I'm not hurting my business at all by sharing it with all of you. So I'm always happy to share anything and everything that I can. But we stay for the whole call, you guys, because we're going to announce a really fun challenge for you guys to close out the month strong. And if you haven't guessed it, it's going to revolve around selling $500 in 7 days. So we're going to talk about what I want to give to you guys is some tools that you can take with you. And are all of these going to work for everybody? No. Are all of these going to be applicable to everybody's business? No. If you have not been showing up in your business, are all of these going to work? Hell no, they're not. Just going to be completely honest with you. But hopefully you can find some of these that you can take away and institute not only in the next 7 days, but moving forward. A lot of these are going to be things that you can do consistently to create personal volume for your business, not just in a 7-day span, not just when you need PV now, but that you're going to be able to consistently generate personal volume if you're doing these things consistently. Okay, so I'm going to try my best. You guys, I even wrote notes. I never write notes, but I wanted to stay on track and also be mindful of your time. So first one is maybe the obvious one, but the one that is the absolute most important. Maybe I should have saved it till the end, but I feel like this is a good intro. And the first one is consistent content. Okay. If you are not showing up in your VIP and tomorrow you're going to decide to go sell $500 in 7 days, I'm really not sure how successful you're going to be. And that's just me being honest. Okay. You have to provide consistent content to your community, wherever it is. Maybe you don't do a Facebook VIP. Maybe you do it on your personal page. Maybe you use Instagram, whatever it is, wherever you're sharing, it's got to be consistent, you guys. What could that look like? That could be outfit of the day. That could be sharing restocks, new releases. That could be highlighting products that restocked. Yesterday, you guys, we had 2 pairs of Drawstring Luxe leggings. If you didn't know, they're both still fully in stock. And if you haven't highlighted them in your group, you're doing yourself a disservice. Okay. I'm just telling you. Okay. Because you just got 2 pairs of leggings that are fully stocked and really cute. And there's millions of pictures on the marketing page of other people wearing them that if you don't have them, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Okay. So product highlights, grab everything and anything from the marketing group. And you guys, right now, if you're trying to sell things right now, you should be highlighting things that are fully stocked. Don't worry about that shit that's restocking 2 months from now. Nobody cares about the mushroom cardigan right now, you guys. It's not restocking till April. Who cares? Stop showing pictures of it, right? You can't sell it. All right. So in stock and available items, do your homework, check the website, it's available, and share those items, right? The Kaolin relaxation set, show it. Should you be showing the Twilight one? No, they can't buy it. Stop showing it, right? Show the stuff that's in stock and available. You don't have to have it. Go and snag all the pictures from the marketing group. So consistent content, that's where you've got to start. You've got to start with being consistent with showing yourself and with showing other people and highlighting things that are in stock. People buy what they see. And I've said that a million times over. How many times are you scrolling Instagram and you see something and you go and buy it? How many times? A lot, right? All the time. All the time. If you're not showing anything in your VIP group, I can guarantee you your people are not buying because you're giving them no ideas. Okay. You've got to give them content. So that's the first one. The second one is reach outs. And this one kind of is going to like filter into a lot more. But you've got to not just rely on your posts. You have to have individual conversations. And if you are not making relationship building a part of your business, this is going to be really hard because it's going to feel like cold messaging, and it never should. If you're building relationships in your business, when you do reach outs to your customers or prospects or whatever, it should feel natural. It should feel normal. It should feel like normal conversation. So here's where I'm going to start with. If I want to sell, if I need volume right now, here's where I'm starting. I'm going to go to my back office. I'm going to go to all my outstanding gift cards. Because remember 2 months ago when Zaya did that promo in November and December and our customers got gift cards back, and it's been 2 months. So your customers forgot that you even have a gift certificate in your back office right now. Do you remember that? How many are in your back office that you forgot you have? I would be reaching out to my customers just to remember, hey, I just wanted to remind you, you still have an outstanding gift card. If you need help shopping, let me know. That's a really good place to start, you guys. Those gift cards that Zaya gave out, they're still sitting there. And whether you want to track down your customers or not, I don't care. That's good customer service, because guess what? I reached out to one of mine today and they totally had forgotten. She forgot. She asked if there's an expiration date and I said, no, there's not. But I figured you probably forgot. And she's like, you're right, I did. Okay. So reach out to those people. You can even say, you can say, we've had so many great new releases lately. I just wanted to let you know that you do still have that gift card sitting back there. If there was anything that you've been eyeing, you can do some shopping. I'm happy to help, right? If you have given out any gift cards to customers, I hope first and foremost that you put expiration dates on your gift cards when you give them out, because if you don't, that's a whole headache that I don't even want to look at, but I'm just saying. Personally, if I give out gift cards as a prize to my customers, they get 30 days to use it. To me, it's like Kohl's Cash. You use it or you lose it, right? Because we all know if there's no expiration on a gift card, you never buy it or you never use it. How many times do you go to Target with a Target gift card in your wallet and you never freaking use it? How many times? Because I've had one in my wallet for like a year because I just can't seem to remember that I have a Target gift card every time I go shop at Target, right? So put an expiration date when you give out gift cards. That's totally off topic. But if you do have outstanding gift cards, reach out to those people, remind them that they have a gift card. If there is an expiration date, remind them of the expiration date, right? Customer service, you guys. You've got to take that extra step. So when I give out a gift card to somebody, I give them 30 days, halfway to the expiration date, I remind them. 2 days before it expires, I remind them one more time. That's it. They don't spend it. Great. I give it to my next person that I'm giving away a gift card to. Right? Because nobody ever comes back and tries to use a gift card after it's been expired because they think it expired. Okay. So that's my second one. So reach out to those gift card people. Anybody that's got a gift card should be hearing from you tomorrow. Okay. Third one is a birthday club. So if you do a birthday club for your customers, and I'm not saying you should or should not do this, but if you offer something to your customers during their birthday month, now is a great time to reach out to your January birthday customers and remind them of whatever it is you offer to your customers. Okay. Here's the thing, you guys, and many of you may or may not do this, but one thing that I do with my customers is as soon as somebody places an order with me, I have a spreadsheet of each month and I put their name into the spreadsheet of what month their birthday is. Okay. How do I know their birthday? I go and look at their Facebook profile. I stalk them. Okay. So I go and look at their profile. I find their birthday. I put it in my spreadsheet. Okay. If their birthday is not listed, I just ask them for it. Okay. Because for my customers, I offer them a $10 gift card to use during their birthday month. Okay. Now, if I had no list of people to know whose birthday is in January, I could post about this deal in my VIP group and nobody could see that post, or at least not the January birthday people, and they would never know or remember, right? So that's pretty ineffective, right? So the reason I track all my customers' birthdays is because on the first or around the first of the month of January, I do a post reminding January birthdays about their $10 gift card, and I tag all the people that I know have a January birthday. Right? So hopefully they see my post. If I just posted that and hope that all the January birthday people see it, they're not. Okay. I do a reminder post mid-month. Again, tag all the January birthday people. And then I do a post like 2 or 3 days before the month ends. And then I also individually message everybody on that list and personally wish them a happy birthday and remind them that they have until the end of the month to shop for and get a $10 off their order. Okay. If you're doing a birthday club of some sort, awesome. If you don't have a list or know when your people's birthdays are, I'm telling you, it's very ineffective and probably not very many people are taking advantage of that. And does that generate a few sales for me every month? Absolutely, right? Absolutely it does. Okay, so that's number 3. Number 4, you guys, lately we have had so many items that have launched that we've already had, new colors of old items, right? So many things, peak joggers, relaxation sets, go-to tees, so many things. So here's what you should do. Run some reports. Find all of your peak zipper jogger customers and reach out to them and let them know about the new color that was launched last week. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll get another color tomorrow. I hope that someday we're going to get those cranberry cozy joggers that we saw sneak peeked at Summit. So if we got new cozy joggers coming tomorrow, reach out to all your cozy jogger people, right? Individually message those people and say, hey, I know you love your dark teal peak zipper joggers. I just thought that maybe you'd be interested in these new paprika ones that just launched last week. And maybe they're not interested in those, but they might say, you know what, I'm not interested in that color, but what are the other color options, right? Don't assume or decide for anybody that that paprika is their color or not, right? You don't know. It also might just start another conversation, right? If you don't, I don't know, can I screen share? Will this let me?
I can let you right now.
No.
I'll switch you to the host.
Okay. I can really quickly show you guys how to run that report, just in case anybody doesn't know. So if you let me do that, Leah, I can do that really quick.
Let me make you the host. Okay. I just changed host, so you should be good.
Okay, cool. All right. So if you go into your order history, you can, so let's say tomorrow Cozy Joggers launch in a new color, right? So I'm going to figure out all my customers that have the navy. I'm going to start with navy. Okay. So you're going to switch product code to starts with navy Cozy Joggers are 297. I'm going to set this all the way back to when I started with Zaya. I'm going to run my report, and you're going to see I have sold a lot of cozy joggers. Okay, so am I personally going to reach out to all these people? Probably not. I might take a pass on cozy joggers, but should you, if you only have 10? Yes, you should reach out to all 10 of your cozy jogger people, okay? And let them know about the new color, right? Super easy, right? Okay, so that's number 4. Run some reports, reach out about some new, I mean, you could even look what was launched, we'll see what's launched tomorrow. Look what was launched last week, even 2 weeks ago, right? Look and make sure that their size is available before you reach out to them. Because we don't want to reach out and tell them they want to buy something and then they can't buy it. Okay. All right. Next thing, reaching out to new members in your group. Oh, I'm going to screen share one more time because this is another thing that you may or may not know. But I, on a weekly basis, run a report. It's not really a report, but I check really quickly to see who has joined my Facebook group in the last week. So every Tuesday, today's Tuesday, I did mine today, I look and see who has joined my group in the last week, and I can do that without scrolling through my group. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So I'm going to go to my Facebook group. And if I click right here on members, right here is going to show me who has joined my group in the last week. Okay. Now I can click on write member post if I want to see the list. I don't actually write a list, but this shows me the list of all the people that have joined my group in the last week. Okay, so then what I did today was I personally reached out to all of these people and welcomed them to my group. So what I do first is I look and see if somebody invited them. So if I go to my members list on my phone, I type in their name and it says like invited by Nicole or whatever. So when I do my reach out, I'll say, hey, Sally, I see that Nicole invited you to, or thank you so much for joining my, here, let me tell you exactly what I say. It's very quick. Hey, Sally, thank you so much for joining my Zaya community. I see that Nicole added you. Have you shopped Zaya before? That's it. That's all I say. Okay. So I do that once a week. So I don't have to waste my time scrolling through my list of members and seeing like, oh, who added in the last 2 days? Oh, my number went up. Who the heck added? I'm going to scroll through my whole list. No, I'm not going to do that because there's 1,500 people in this group. That would be impossible. So I just do this once a week. I reach out to all those new people and hopefully that's going to generate conversation. Hopefully that's going to allow me to help them shop. So reach out to new people, reach out to new people in your group and see who you can help. Okay. All right. Number 6, people that have recently commented or participated in your posts. Okay. So number 1 was create content, right? But now let's use that content to our advantage, okay? Did you do a love it or leave it post and somebody said they love the espresso metallic set, okay? Reach out to them and say, hey, Kelly, I see that you loved my post about the espresso metallic set. I just want to let you know that some sizes are selling out. If you wanted to grab your size, I just wanted to let you know. Create FOMO, you guys. Let them know that these things are going away. Yes, it is going to restock, but 3 months from now, do they want to wait 3 months to wear leggings in May? Probably not. Brown leggings in May? I mean, not really. They probably want to wear them now, right? So use the content that you're putting out there to give you a reason to personally reach out to people, right? Look who's commenting and liking on your posts and then personally reach out to them about that specific item, right? Or, okay, I have a customer, she's going to get the Watercolor Summit leggings tomorrow. She's getting them in the mail. As soon as I'm going to reach out to her and I'm going to send her a picture of the Kaolin relaxation hoodie because I already know she loves that line. and how perfectly it matches those leggings. And I'm going to say, did you get your leggings? Do you love them? Look at how cute it looks with this hoodie. And she's going to buy it. I promise you she will. Okay. But if I don't show her that, she'll never know. Right? She'll never know. Okay. So you have to be a personal shopper. You have to give people ideas. Okay. That's what you've got to do. Okay. So number 6 was recently, reach out to people who have recently commented or participated in posts. Number 7. Now this one's not going to generate a lot of volume, but it could give you a couple bucks here or there. Reach out to your hostesses that have not cashed in their hostess rewards yet. All right. Remind them, hey, Kelly, I know it's been a little bit. I just want to remind you, you still have $20 in Zaya Cash and 2 half-off items to use whenever you're ready. Maybe they forgot. Maybe they got busy. And maybe they've recently been seeing a few things that they liked. And guess what? If they spend $29 of that $20 credit, you got $9 toward your $500. Okay. I mean, it's better than zero, right? So reach out to your hostesses that have outstanding rewards to you. Okay. Number 8, and this is maybe too soon, maybe still a sticky subject, I don't know, but if you have had customers that have received free items because they created profiles, what are you doing with that, right? Guess what? You earned $0 when they got that free item, right? And there's been a lot of headache for that $0, okay? So what are we going to do to capitalize on all of our customers that got these free items? We're going to turn them into party hostesses, and we're going to make them return customers, right? Because we're going to reach out and see how much they loved their peak joggers that they just got for free, and let them know that those peak joggers come in 6 other colors, right? If they love those peak joggers, they could get them in 6 other colors. And then you know what they're going to say? Yeah, but I don't know if I want to spend $89. You know what? Let's get you another pair for free by hosting a party. Now, is that going to get you PV right now? Maybe not. Maybe that's not going to help you in the next 7 days. I don't really care, but that's going to get you a party, right? So what are you doing with those free item people? You better be doing something with them, because that was a lot of headache for $0. Okay. I'm just saying. And I know nobody's going to disagree with me on that. Okay. So you've got to turn those free item people into something. You got to turn them into something. Okay. So follow up with them, be specific, be intentional about those reach outs. I had a customer, let's see, what did she get? She got a free item and she was pumped about it. And I was like, well, let's get you some more free stuff. Let's book a party. And she was like, yeah, sure. Let's do it. You guys, but if I didn't ask her that, she would have never came up with that on her own. I promise you that, right? You've got to turn those free items into something. Okay. Number 9, a bulk order. All right. Now, I personally don't ever do this because this would be a horrible idea for my business. But if you serve generally a very local community to you, this would be great. But also if you don't, you could offer, say, hey, I'm doing a bulk order on Friday. If you're local to me and you don't want to pay shipping, I can put your items on my order and I will deliver it to you, right? So you can place one big order. You'll pay shipping one time, and then you're going to have to deliver product. Or you could even say like shipping will just be $2 if you want to like cover your gas and your time for having to deliver stuff, right? I don't know. So do one bulk order and order everything for everybody on one order. And if they're local to you, can drop it off. If you want to open it up to your non-local customers, I mean, you're going to have to ship that stuff out, which sounds like a pain in the ass to me. But again, if you want to figure out how to make that work, great, more power to you. But you will be surprised on I know so many girls on my team that have really great local customers, I guess. I don't even know what I want to say right now, but they have lots of local customers that will jump in on a bulk order to save $5.15 in shipping. I mean, I don't know. But hey, you know what? It could work. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt you. And plus, when those people send you their order, hey, you know what? Yeah, could you order me the Watercolor Summit leggings? You can say, Yes, I'll grab those for you. And look at how cute they look with this hoodie. Do you want the hoodie too? Do you know how easy it is to upsell people when you are individually working with them, right? When they tell you what they want, find something to go with it and just suggest it. You just never know, right? Just suggest it. Okay. It's so much easier. That's why in-home parties are like the freaking best, because you can be like, oh, well, that goes with this and all these things. And they're like, oh yeah, sure, I'll take all that. Right? It's the same thing, kind of, right? And the last one, number 10, a 1-hour party, you guys. And I'm not going to go into too much detail on this, but if you haven't watched my training on the 1-hour party, haven't looked at the doc, haven't sat down and just, I know how it is, you guys. I have done parties the same way for 3.5 years. Okay. I know it's hard to do something different, but if you are complaining about your lack of time to do parties, but you're not willing to take, I don't know, maybe 2 hours to get yourself organized to do a 1-hour party, and then after that, there's no organization because you've already created all of your content, you just have to post it. Like, do it. Freaking do it. Okay. I'm telling you, it is a game changer. It is a wonderful use of your time and energy. You guys, I walk inclines on the treadmill while I do a 1-hour party twice a week. You guys, I'm getting my workout in and I'm selling, right? That's a brilliant use of my time. I'm sorry, but it is. Okay. Do a 1-hour party, but it's not just, and we say this all the time, like do a party. Parties generate volume. And that's true. But you have to do the work on the back end. You have to do the reach outs. You have to do the follow-ups, right? That's where the magic happens. The posts are great. It's good for show. But are people shopping because you're posting about stuff? Not really. They're shopping because you reached out to them and asked them if they needed help, or you reached out to them and you reminded them that the party was closing, right? All of these are the reasons that people are shopping. It's not because your posts look pretty and you did a good job explaining the bomber bra. They're probably not even reading it. I'm sorry. But it's everything that you're doing to make that party successful behind the scenes. Okay. And that's what you're going to do. And all of this to say, you're going to do all of these things, or maybe you're going to do some of these things. But the most important thing is follow up, right? Follow up with the people that you're connecting with. And I'm going to plug, and my team's going to roll their eyes because this is just me being annoying, but I use Teamzy. And if you don't know what Teamzy is, you should figure it out. But Teamzy makes follow-ups so freaking easy. And that's why I love it. Every time I share a product, an opportunity, a host opportunity with a customer, I log in Teamzy. I don't have to think about it. If that person never responds to me, I don't have to think about it, because 2 days later, I'm going to get a reminder from Teamzy that I had asked Allison 2 days ago about a party. She never responded to me. So I'm going to reach out to her again and say, hey, Allison, not sure if you missed my message, because guess what, guys? People miss your messages all the time. Just like you don't respond to text for 3 days. Other people do that too, not on purpose, not because they're ignoring you, because they forget. And I'm going to say, Allison, not sure you missed my message, but I just filled my calendar for February, so I wanted to see if you're interested in a March party. And now she feels like, oh shit, if I don't get on her calendar, like, I'm not going to get a party, right? And also, wow, I feel like an ass for not responding to her, right? She's going to respond to me, you guys. She's going to respond because she forgot. She just forgot. Okay. So when you do that initial reach out, that's great, but follow up. In case you didn't know, it takes like 7 follow-ups to get people to do things, to get people to host, to get people to purchase, and you're not bothering them. They just forgot. Okay. And I'm telling you, it's a game changer when you follow up. So like with my parties, for example, I reach out to everybody in the party. Okay. I reach out to them and I thank them for being there. I ask them if they need any help, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? About 90% of those messages, I never get a reply from, right? But then the day before, or if I extend the party for a day, I reach out again and I say, hey, Kelly, not sure if you saw my message, because I know she didn't see it because it's stuck in her freaking whatever world of lost messages, whatever. But when I send that second one, they get read. I don't know what happens, but they get read a lot of times. And the second one, the first one usually is like, hey, like, blah, blah, blah. Your hostess is like so far from the next level, all this information. The second message is like, hey, Kelly, not sure if you saw my message, but wanted to let you know we extended Melissa's party one more day in case you still needed to shop. And then she says, oh my God, I totally missed your message. I don't know, it was lost in La La Land. I never saw it. Or I totally forgot I was running my kids to soccer. Yeah, I do still want to order, right? You've got to follow up, right? So do all these things on the top 10s list, but then follow up, right? Follow up with these people because everybody's busy. You're busy, I'm busy, and so is Sally, right? Everybody's busy. You've got to follow up, okay? So those are my top 10 things. I definitely want to give you guys an opportunity to ask questions. If there's anything on any of them specifically or just in general, go for it. Oh wait. Oh,
Yeah, and you guys.
Anybody got anything? Come on, you guys gotta have.
I have a question. I'll start while you guys ask your questions. But one thing, Amy, that I feel like I want to bounce off your brain is like, I think for so many people who are either like, I want to have better sales or I want to be more involved, it sounds like when you're talking about the birthday club and running reports to see who bought the joggers and the follow-up, it sounds like, wow, that's a lot of work. Like that seems like a lot of work every month. However, I think the alternative is people think about, I should be doing this. I should be doing this. Like, how do I get my PV to 2,500? How does this person do that? So either you have a system in place where it's black and white and you know what you're doing each day, like you mentioned, or you're thinking about how to make that happen. And I don't know if that makes sense, but did you ever experience that? Or do you feel like that is accurate, Amy?
Yeah, I think it's super easy to get overwhelmed when you're like, oh shit, Amy just gave me 10 things to do. How the hell am I going to do all of these things? Don't do them all. Do the 2 that are going to be the most advantageous to your business and the ones that you can handle and the ones that make sense to you, and do those 2 things for the next 7 days. And then figure out how you can intertwine all 10 of these things into your business throughout the month, right? Like I said, I have certain things that I do on every single day of the week. Do I do all these things every single day? No. I reach out to new members on Tuesday. I don't worry about it the rest of the week. I don't care who's adding to my group. I don't care. If you add it on Wednesday and I'll reach out to you Tuesday, oh well, it's been a week. Who cares? Nobody freaking cares, right? So I set things every single day that I'm going to do those specific days, right? And just it seemed the same thing like month to month, right? On the 15th, it's in my calendar. On the 1st, the 15th, and the 30th or the 27th-ish is when I'm posting about January birthdays. And on the 27th is also when I'm messaging my January birthdays, right? And I don't think about it the rest of the month. I don't have to think about it, right? So if you can break these things into ways that you can do this consistently, it's so much easier. The same thing. So again, I'm going to go back to Teamzy because this is actually how I live my life, with Teamzy notifications telling me exactly what I need to do every day. Like when I issue a gift card, I put it in Teamzy to give me a reminder task on halfway to that gift card deadline and then a day or 2 before. And I automatically get a task in Teamzy that says like remind so about their gift card, right? So those just into my queue, right, for that day's work. Okay. Trying to think, obviously like recently launched items. So like, do what makes the most sense to you. Obviously, like tomorrow, if Cozy Joggers and GoToTees launch, I don't know, I'd rather sell Cozy Joggers than GoToTees. So if I have a limited time, I'm going to reach out to my Cozy Jogger people, and the GoToTees, I hope they see it. like, like you have to choose what's going to make the most sense. Like last week we got peak joggers. Do I have time to reach out to all of my black peak jogger people? No, I don't. But if people bought other colors of peak joggers, that group is smaller and they're probably more likely, because everybody will buy black, right? But not everybody's going to buy paprika. But if they bought fig, they might buy paprika, right? Okay. So I reached out to all my people that have ever bought colored peak joggers. Okay. Should I go do my blacks? Yeah, but that list is just way too long. I don't have time for that. So you choose the things that make the most sense, and are going to move your business forward or going to generate volume for the time that you're putting in. Right. So you have to decide what that, and that's different for everybody. But above all, and I thought this was where you're going to go with that, but you didn't. You just have to care for people, you guys. It's really just about creating relationships and maintaining relationships and caring for people. What sets us differently as Zaya reps is that we are personal shoppers. Okay. You can shop from Lululemon, and if you buy peak joggers from Lululemon, when a new color comes out, Lululemon is not going to message you and say, hey, I know you loved your black peak joggers that you bought from us 6 years ago. Just wanted to let you know that now we have paprika ones. No, they're never going to do that. And that's why your business is going to be different, because you are personally connecting with people. So many people last week were like, you know what, Amy, I'm not interested, but thank you so much for thinking of me. It's like, yeah, I just ran a report. I didn't really think of you. I mean, I did.
But you did.
But you know what I mean? Like they're like, oh my God, she remembered I had fig joggers that I bought 2 years ago. It's like, yeah, I did. No, it's my back office.
But you did. And I think what's so is that, Amy, everything on your list, two things that I think they're just massive takeaways is you're talking about, hey, you guys, like I have a system. A lot of people don't take the time to have a system of like every Tuesday, I'm looking at new members. It's yes, like I think Amy's I think it's just you have a different level of performance, but additionally, like you don't overthink it. Like you put a system into place and you just execute the plan. Like so many people overthink, what should I be doing? I should be doing this. That sounds like a lot of work. Just do it. Try it for 30 days. And if it isn't working, if you hate the birthday club after 30 days, don't do it, but give something a 30 to 60 day chance to do it. And not only that, but when you look at this list of stuff that you talked about, Amy, it's very different from a top 10 sales that we typically hear in Zaya. It's very, very personally oriented, like people who have commented, the birthday club, obviously first like creating the content, but everything that you're talking about is like bulk order that's specific to people local to you. Everything that you're doing is it's creating an intimate contact. And that is so opposite of this post and pray craze that I think is so common in network marketing. It's just a more intimate way of doing stuff. And 10 times out of 10, you're going to have more success when you do it this way. And it's crazy to see that. Like when you went through your list, I was like, man, like everything she does is so personalized and one-on-one, and that's what people I think really want.
Right.
There's another question too.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
And that's so true. But it also, you guys, you also have to be putting consistent content out there. Like, is the content going to get you sales? No. But is the content going to get people thinking about items that they want? And then when you personally reach out to them, will they purchase them? Yes. Okay. So they do go hand in hand. You can't do one without the other. And you're not going to be successful without doing both, in my opinion, for what it's worth.
Amy, how do you handle sales shoppers who get frustrated with lack of inventory is a question in the comments.
Sales shoppers that are frustrated with lack of inventory? I mean, the stuff's on sale because it's being discontinued. So I just tell them that. I mean, that's just the truth. I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't deal with them. I just say, well, it's on sale because it's going out and it's going away. I don't know. Like, we could just not have sales. That's the alternative. So I don't think I have an answer. I don't think I have an answer to that. Maybe that's not what you're looking for.
No, I think you had I think that was your answer. I also think only sales shoppers are a different breed. If they've never bought something full price, just sales shoppers are a little bit of a different breed.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys, what else? We've got a couple of minutes here. What other questions do you have? How do you feel? Are you like, let's go do all of this? Are you like, this is what I need? Where are your heads at? Somebody tell me.
They're like, does Amy ever sleep? What the fuck? She's crazy.
I've been asking that since like day one, but
I don't sleep much.
and then you had like all the babies, and I was like, she for sure doesn't sleep. Like if it's not Zaya, it's got to be kids, right? Like,
I mean, like honestly, my business booms the best during the newborn stage because I'm not sleeping, so I'm just scheduling posts. Like if you think you can't message your customers at 3 a.m., you should probably get over that, because if my customer's phone's on silent, that's not my fault. That's when I'm working. Like they get a message from me when I'm working. If that's at 3 a.m., that's at 3 a.m.
yeah. Okay, anybody?
You work when it's that's the beauty of the business, you guys, is you
I have
work
a question.
when you can, so you just do it.
When
Yeah.
you're doing a follow-up after they get their order, do you ask for the party right away? Or do you like give them a day?
Absolutely.
Or you ask
That's
right
a great question. And this is something that I've been stressing to my team a lot. You guys, it's so much easier to have a conversation about a party, a product, a host opportunity, or a rep opportunity, if it just flows right into the conversation, right? And you're more likely to get a yes if it's part of a conversation than if like 2 days later, you're like, hey, by the way, you want to host a party? And they're like, where the fuck did this girl come from? Like, right? Like, who is she again? Right? Yes, I ask right away. Every happy customer, I'm asking to host a party. So you got your first order, you loved it. I'm so glad you loved your stuff. I'd love to do a party just like Jessica just did and earn you some free and half off items. Did you know she just earned $65 in free stuff and 3 half off items? Let's do it. You guys, you got to ask right away. You can't wait. You have to ask. Absolutely. You have to ask right away. For sure. Because I mean, if I'm already conversating with somebody and this isn't out of the blue, I'm definitely more likely to say yes, right? If I just feel like they just randomly picked me from a list of people and we're like, maybe she'll host a party, maybe she'll be my sucker this month, right? But you also have to like make them feel like they have to make a decision. So like, and this is, I'm not lying to my people. Like I cannot take any more hostesses for February. I'm completely booked and I'm almost booked for March. So right now when I'm having conversations, I'm literally saying like, do you want to host a party? I am completely booked for February, but if you're interested in a March party, I have just a couple spots left. You have to make them feel like they have to make a decision. You have to make them feel like they're missing out on something as everybody else is doing it, or it's going to be hard to get a party with you, right? Or if somebody says like, yeah, I am interested. It's like, hey, well, I have the week of February 6th or February 7th or 17th available. Which one works for you? Make them pick, right? You decide the dates. They can choose which one works for them, right? If you're not setting your calendar for parties and deciding when you're going to work, you're doing this wrong. Okay. So right now, on my calendar, I do one multi-hostess week-long party a month. And then I do 1 hour parties on not all Thursday and Sundays through the month, but I pick which ones I'm going to do a party, and I have them circled in my calendar. And so when I'm asking for a party, I'm giving them options of dates that work for me because I run this business, right? And I'm only doing parties when they work for me, right? So like I have vacations and things booked in March and April. And so I'm not doing parties when I don't want to do parties, right? I have my calendar booked, and guess what? Nobody's going to be like, yeah, the week of the 17th doesn't work for me for a virtual party. Wait, what? A virtual party doesn't work for you? Like, where are you going to be? You're not going to have your phone? Like, what? What's the problem here? I'm so confused, right? Nobody's too busy, right? They're too busy. They don't want to do it. They just don't want to do it. Let them be.
True. How about this? How do you keep from sounding salesy? I feel like I we'll have a personal conversation, and then it's like, hey, host a party.
Well, no, I just weave it into the conversation. Like, you loved your product. Oh, you loved your product. Why don't we get you some for free and half off? How was that salesy? Like, that was normal. That was the flow of conversation. So the
So
more
what if-
that you could make these things flow into conversation, the easier.
So let's say you have no current like sales, you're kind of restarting your business. How would you go about asking people to
So
book?
if I had nothing,
I know you can't even imagine it, but if you had to, you had to.
if I was like looking to kind of restart my business, I would reach out to people that have hosted for me before, right? If it's been over 6 months, I would reach out and be like, hey, it's been a while. I'd love to earn you some free and half off stuff again. They already know how great the rewards are. Would you like to party? Right? That's what I would do. That's probably where I would go. I'd reach out to past hostesses.
Okay.
I mean, you can obviously do the cold message, but that's just not really my style. I don't do that at all, ever. I do, the only like random party asks I do are like, if I'm really scrounging for people, I'll look at like if I needed February parties, I'd look at my February birthday list and I'd reach out and say, hey, Kelly, I see your birthday's next month. Why don't we do a Zaya party so you can treat yourself to some free and half off Zaya for your birthday? That's the only like random, but still that's personalized, right? That's a reason for them to host a party. It's because it's their birthday, right? It's not random. So then that would be the only way I would do it. Everything else I do through like natural follow up and ask.
So what are we hearing? If you don't
say that again,
so if people like what we're hearing, you guys, is if you don't have natural follow-ups because you haven't been active, everybody so often you hear, I just don't have anyone that'll book a party. Have you gone through your VIP group to see who has a January birthday? You just got 17 opportunities for DMs to ask for a party using the language that Amy said. I think we just sometimes forget to think outside the box because so often.
And you only need one. And you only need one.
Yeah, you do.
Because that one party, if you can book one party from every party, now you're filling your funnel, right? All you need is one party. So don't look at it as I want to book 4 parties for February. No, just book one. If you're coming back from nothing, book one. That's it. Do that party really freaking well and follow up with those customers and make them your next hostesses for March. Maybe you'll get 3 out of that party. God, that would be like striking gold, right? But just do one and do it really freaking well, right?
Anybody came onto this call with an excuse, you cannot leave the call with an excuse. Now it's like we're all like everybody's leaving and they're like, damn it, like I have no excuses left. I am
like, God, I'm really glad she's not my upline. That girl's a bitch.
Although I will come and I will use Amy as a lethal weapon whenever necessary.
Like, remember what Amy said?
Yeah.
No excuses.
Do you want me to call Amy? Do you want me to call her? I'll call her. I'll FaceTime her right now. Okay, you guys, what other questions? I know it's 8:50. What questions do you guys have? Do you have any questions, comments? How are you guys doing? Does anybody have anything that they want to ask or yes?
I have a question.
Go for it.
So what do you do when you have parties and you are reaching out and like welcoming the guests and like whatever, and they don't see your messages? Because this is happening to me like a lot. So then I follow up and try to, send another message like, hey, remind them the party's closing. Here's the shopping link if you need me, whatever. And they still don't see it. I send a list to the hostesses like, hey, these are the people that aren't seeing my messages. Like, you may want to reach out and let them know that your party's closing soon. Like, do you ever have that issue or no? Or
all the time. And guess what? You can't do anything about it. So just don't worry about it. You move on, right? You can only control what you can control. And dwelling on the things you can't control doesn't matter. I mean, you can tag, obviously, and I'm sure you've thought of this because it sounds like you've thought of a lot of things. You can tag them in posts, right? Tag them specifically. So like when I'm doing like a multi-hostess party, obviously like I'm reaching out to all my people, but then like as the party's wrapping up, like last final days, like as I'm doing like, oh, hostess so-and-so is $65 away from the next level. I'm tagging all of her friends in that post so that they see it, or I'm tagging them in, or I'm like gonna comment, like tag them in the comments, like, Kelly, I know you were thinking of ordering Sally's so close to the next level, whatever. So just additional tagging, I guess would be the only other things that I can think of that I don't hear you saying that you're doing. Outside of like the messages, the follow-up message, asking your hostess to send messages. Outside of that, that's pretty much it.
Sounds good. Thank you.
And then just like not worrying about the things you can't control. That'll really save you a lot of just life. Anybody else? Come on, Jess Baker, what do you got for me? Bring it.
I knew you were going to do that. I don't have anything. It was so good. I love a plan. I've been working on that. We've been working on that as a team, trying to like curate plans to generate business, not do anything other than that. So this really helped specify certain things that I need to be.
Good. And one thing, and I don't know if you guys like took notes on this, but did I once say offer a promo to generate sales? Were any of those 10 things that you can do money out of your pocket? Okay, the birthday club is money out of your pocket, but you're not going to do that in the next, you're not going to institute that in the next 7 days. So that's irrelevant. But did any of those cost me any money? No. Do you have to discount product to get people to shop? No. Right? You do not. So hopefully that was impactful. I didn't even say that, but I just thought of it. Thanks for making me think of that, Jeff. Anybody else?
Amy, this was so helpful. I mean, I think everybody's like, it's like when you leave a really good like training, or like you hear a really good like homily or something, and you walk away and you feel like your cheeks are kind of warm, and you're just like, I just need to go like decompress for a little bit. You know what I mean? Where you feel like you're like, I don't want to talk to anybody for like a couple hours. I just want to go like decompress and kind of take this in a little bit. I mean, that's at least how I feel, because it's so refreshing. It's so refreshing to hear personal, don't discount. And this is one thing that I probably shouldn't even say on record, but I think the last couple months, it's been awesome to have double hostess rewards and free hostess items, and the free item thing that everybody got to pick something for free. That's been super helpful. But I also feel like I think we have to remember that you guys, you're representing a flagship corner store on Madison Ave. Like that's what Zaya is. This is a flagship store on Madison Ave in New York, premium. Don't ever make it feel like an outlet. And I'm sometimes guilty of this. Like I've done it where you discount, or you're like, you know what, I'm $300 away. I'm giving my top 10 customers my discount for the night. Like that's not necessarily a great plan. And that's where you start to make it feel a little bit like an outlet, right? And I think we just have to remember, like we are the premium flagships brand. And that's what we represent. And people love that. Like people do love that, and they're attracted to that. So oh, you guys, so good. Lindsay wants your beanie. I don't even remember which one that is, Amy, but it's cute.
What?
Lindsay
My
said she
beanie? Yeah, this is an old one. I don't even know what this is from.
not the toddler size one. Do you guys remember those?
I have the toddler size.
Okay, I'm gonna stop recording if there's no more questions.